A hearty good afternoon to all. Today, I, Susnath Biswal, and
And I, Anubhav Das.
am presenting to you the chapter 3 of Water Resources of Class 10 Geography book. So, uh, it's a humble request to all that there may be some lag, just please ignore it. So, without wasting time, let's get started.
Introduction. Water is an essential component of human civilization. In the due course of time, many civilizations rose near the water sources. Water is a very important resource. We use water to perform many of our activities such as drinking, bathing, irrigation, transport, etc. About three-fourths of Earth's surface is covered with water, but only a small proportion of it accounts for fresh water that we can put to use. The fresh water is mainly obtained from surface runoff and groundwater that is continually being renewed through the hydrological cycle. All water moves within the hydrological cycle, ensuring that it is a renewable resource. Since a small proportion of water is available for our use, it is necessary to use it judiciously.
Water resource. Water resources are natural resources of water that are potentially useful. This include household, agriculture, environmental activities, and much more. Types of water resources. Water resources can be in many forms, but they are mainly classified as groundwater, salt water, and surface water.
Water scarcity and need for conservation. The availability of water resources varies over time and space, mainly due to the variation in annual and seasonal precipitation. But water scarcity is in most cases is caused by overexploitation. Many cities can be cited as examples which are ample in a water resource but still face such water scarcity. Water scarcity may be an outcome of large and growing population, consequent greater demands for water and unequal access to it. A large population requires more water not only for domestic purposes but also for producing more food. As a result, to facilitate higher food grain production, water resources are being overutilized to irrigate large fields. So, it is the need of the hour to revolutionize agriculture through drought resistant crops and dry farming techniques. Post independent India has witnessed intensive industrialization and urbanization. Large industrial houses are as now as commonplace as industrial units of many MNCs. The increasing number of industries has exerted huge pressure on freshwater sources. Moreover, multiplying urban centers with large and dense population have added fuel to the fire. Sometimes the poor quality of water also becomes a reason for scarcity. So, the need of the hour is to conserve and manage our water resources, to safeguard ourselves from health hazards, to ensure food security, continuation of our livelihoods and productive activities, and also to prevent degradation of our natural ecosystems. Overexploitation and mismanagement of water resources will impoverish this resource and cause ecological crises that may have profound impact on our lives.
Multi-purpose river projects and integrated water resources management. Archaeological and historical records show that from ancient times we have been constructing Archaeological and historical records show that from ancient times we have been constructing sophisticated hydraulic structures like dams built of stone rubble, reservoirs or lakes, embankments and canals for irrigation. Not surprisingly, we have continued this tradition in modern India by building dams in most of our river basins. A dam is a barrier across flowing water that obstructs, directs, or retards the flow, often creating a reservoir, lake, or impoundment. Dam refers to the reservoir rather than the structure. Most dams have a section called a spillway or weir over which or through which it is intended that water will flow either intermittently or continuously. Dams are classified according to structure, intended purpose, or height. Based on structure and materials used, dams are classified as timber dams, embankment dams, or masonry dams, with several subtypes. According to the height, dams can be categorized as large dams and major dams, or alternatively as low dams, medium height dams, and high dams.
Need of dams. Dams were traditionally built to impound rivers and rainwater that could be used later to irrigate agricultural fields. Today, dams are built not just for irrigation but for electricity generation, water supply for domestic and industrial uses, flood control, recreation, inland navigation, and fish breeding. Hence, dams are now referred to as multi-purpose projects where the many uses of the impounded water are integrated with one another. For example, in the Satluj River Basin, the Bhakra Nangal project water is being used both for hydel power production and irrigation. Similarly, the Hirakud project in the Mahanadi Basin integrates conservation of water with flood control. Some examples of multi-purpose river valley projects in India are Hirakud Dam at Odisha, and Sardar Sarovar Dam at Gujarat.
The cons of multi-purpose river valley projects. In recent years, multi-purpose projects and large dams have come under great scrutiny and opposition for a variety of reasons. Regulating and damming of rivers affects their natural flow, causing poor sediment flow and excessive sedimentation at the bottom of the reservoir, resulting in rockier stream beds and poorer habitats for the river's aquatic life. Dams also fragment rivers, making it difficult for aquatic fauna to migrate, especially for spawning. The reservoirs that are created on the floodplains also submerge the existing vegetation and soil, leading to its decomposition over a period of time. Multi-purpose projects and large dams have also been the cause of many new environmental movements like the Narmada Bachao Andolan and the Tehri Dam Andolan, etc. Resistance to these projects has been primarily due to the large-scale displacement of local communities. Local people often had to give their land, livelihood, and their meager access and control over resources for the greater good of the nation. Irrigation has also changed the cropping pattern of many regions, with farmers shifting to water-intensive and commercial crops. This has great ecological consequences like salinization of the soil. At the same time, it has transformed the social landscape, that is, increasing the social gap between the richer landowners and the landless poor. As you can see, the dams did create conflicts between people wanting different uses and benefits from the same water resources. In Gujarat, the Sabarmati basin, farmers were agitated and almost caused a riot over the higher priority given to water supply in urban areas, particularly during droughts. Most of the objections to the projects arose due to their failure to achieve the purpose for which they were built. Ironically, the dams that were constructed to control floods have triggered floods due to sedimentation in the reservoir. Moreover, the big dams have mostly been unsuccessful in controlling floods at the time of excessive rainfall. The floods have not only devastated life and property but also caused extensive soil erosion. It was also observed that the multipurpose projects induced earthquakes, caused waterborne diseases, and pests and pollution resulting from excessive use of water. Interstate water disputes are also becoming common with regard to sharing the costs and benefits of the multipurpose project. For example, the Krishna Godavari dispute is due to the objections raised by Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh governments. It is regarding the diversion of more water at Koyana by the Maharashtra government for a multipurpose project.
Rainwater harvesting. Due to the disadvantage and rising resistance against the multipurpose projects, water harvesting was a viable alternative, both socio-economically and environmentally. In hills and mountainous regions, people built diversion channels like the Gulls or the Kulls of the western Himalayas for agriculture. As we can see in this figure that this is a gull in the mountainous region of Himalayas. Also, rooftop rainwater harvesting was commonly practiced to store drinking water, particularly in Rajasthan, as we can see in this picture. In the floodplains of Bengal, people developed inundation channels to irrigate their fields in arid and semi-arid regions. Agricultural fields were converted into rain-fed storage structures that allowed the water to stand and moisten them. In this figure, we can see that how the crops are getting irrigated by the rain-fed storage of the.
So here we have a surprise for you, and that is a small quiz. Kaun banega geography wizard? We have named it as such, of course, a weird name. So I must dictate out the
Thank you.
rules.
Very good.
Thank you. I must dictate out the rules. The rules are there will be 4 questions. First question
You
will be of
record it,
5,000.
Sureshnath. Sureshnath,
Yes, ma'am.
record it. This one.
I am recording. First one is of 5,000 points, and the other 3 are 30,000 points. The one who gives the fastest answer wins. All the answers are to be given in chat box. And in the chat box, you have to give the answer to me. That is Sureshnath Biswal, the one who is not host, and the one in which the video is enabled. Please see that and confirm it. Yes. Answer should be given bitwise. That is, if you give the answer of option first question as option A, then you should write it as 1A. Or if you want it as 1B, then you can write it as 1B. So you have to do such like that to avoid any confusion. If you unmute yourself during the program, you will be disqualified. When I will say start, the start answering, you will start sending me the answers. Okay, that's right. I think all of us have understood. Yes. So let's start with our first question. So here comes the first question. Name the diversion channels built in the Western Himalayas for agriculture. Just recent topic. Yes. The first option A is Gulls, B is Arkar, C is Jhabua, D is Varnali. And your time starts now. Start first. Yes, yes, yes. We have got our first answer, and it's Kranti Kiran. Yes, Kranti Kiran has been awarded 5,000 points. Congratulations, Kranti. So the answer is A, Gulls. Okay, let's move to our second question for 30,000 points. And here comes our question. Which among the following is the smallest river in India? Option A is Betwa. Option B is Taliperu. Option C is Arwari. Option D is Kareshwar. Okay. So 1, 2,
C.
3.
Option C.
Naveen, you are disqualified. Naveen, you are disqualified. I'm sorry to say.
Did not. He has to that he not to open his unmute audio. Not
So
audio must not be unmuted. It was the rule of the. It is the rule of the game. Yes or no?
yes, ma'am.
Not,
It's a rule. You should not have unmuted yourself, as the answer was.
got the answer. Got the answer.
So yes,
No
ma'am.
one.
Answer was right. Ma'am, the first answer in the chat box is Aryalopa. And so she has got 30,000 points. Okay.
Answer.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Aryalopa.
Thank you, Aryalopa. Very good. Very good.
So let us move to our third question.
You tell the answer to everybody.
Yes, ma'am. So the answer was C, Arwari.
Arvari.
question. Which among the following has a rectangular drainage pattern? Luni, Koshi, Ghagar, and Arun. Your time starts now. Wrong answer. I'm getting. I'm getting wrong answers here. So yes, I have got the answer. Wait. But who has given this answer? I don't know, because it
Give us.
is combining Om Prakash Sahu and Ayushman. Who is the winner then? Shall we decide?
Anyone. Who first get the answer? Ayushman or Om Prakash?
No, ma'am, they are actually combined.
Combined. So
Actually, they're. And so
points.
point goes
No points. No points will be given, or what? You tell what you have decided. We both one answer per one see individual, na?
I
And
think
the
we should
total
give
point is
the
30,000
points to.
We should give them 15,000 points.
Okay. As per
Yes,
your
ma'am.
wish, as per your wish. Depends on you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So the answer is D, Arun. So Ayushman and Om Prakash Sahu have been given 30,000 points each. Having 15,000 points each. Sorry. Okay, then let's move to our last question. It's the last question. Fingers crossed. And here comes our fourth question. For 30,000. When was the Water Pollution Act implemented in India? Option A 2002, option B. Yes, let's sum up the quiz. So Kranti Kiran got 5,000 and Arya Lopa is around 30,000. Oh, it's a tie. It's a tie between Arya Lopa and Diksha. Arya Lopa and Diksha. There is a tie between Arya Lopa and Diksha. So you would share the prize. Okay. Whatever the prize will be given, you would share it.
Loud applause.
But in social distance. Okay, this is your prize.
Okay, you get on when you are
quiz.
coming to school. Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
This
you.
is online prize.
Arey wah. Celebration Cadbury. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So thank you all for cooperating with us. Thank you for watching it patiently. And I would like to acknowledge everyone's effort was contributed in making of this PPT. The acknowledgements are as follows: me as PPT maker, Anish Samantray was assistant PPT maker, and Anubhav Das was assistant deputy. So that's all for today. Thank you all, and goodbye. Peace.